I bought all these books because I completed the Game Changer Readathon, and my reward for myself was I was going to get to buy this nice big stack of books here. I'm excited to start them. I'm also I haven't had the energy. So I'm currently in the middle of The Spy and the Traitor, which is a Cold War espionage historical nonfiction. And I'm really enjoying it. It's about a Russian spy who ended up defecting to MI6, and I'm liking it. This is, I think, the fifth Ben McIntyre book that I've read. I really enjoy how he writes history books. I think they read way less boring than so many other authors of nonfiction history that I read. So I'm about a third of the way through. So far, so good. I'm hoping to finish it over the next couple days and ease myself back into reading regularly. I feel like it's easier to get in the routine of it with something like this. My plan is, after I finish The Spy and the Traitor, I'm going to try to get through this stack. My goal that I want to accomplish, which is not really up to me, it's up to the books, is will I find my first 5-star read of 2026? It's July. I am on my 48th book of the year. I've not had a 5-star read. I'm real sad about it. I'm struggling. This has not been my year. Not to say that I've not read some great books. I have. I've read some absolutely fantastic books, but I've not read anything that's at a 5-star level of fantastic. So that's not great. It is what it is. Sometimes we have a bunch around the same time, and sometimes we don't. I'm a very, very picky individual. It takes a lot for me to give a book 5 stars. I'm really, really excited about a lot of the books in this stack. So everything I have here is books that I either saw online or in a bookstore or via recommendation through another creator in this book space. I don't remember how I found most of these. All I know is that I did stumble upon these somehow and decide that I want to read them, but my library doesn't have them in either a physical or a ebook, so I don't really have options for how to read them. A couple of them are new releases, so that is why they weren't available, because they just came out, and then some of them are just books that my library doesn't have. Put all the titles of these books into a spinny wheel, and we're going to spin it to see what my first read is going to be of the pile, so that hopefully being excited about my next read will motivate me to finish The Spy and the Traitor. I am motivated to finish it. I'm excited to finish it. I'm like, it's split into like 3 parts, and I've just finished part 1, so I'm about a third of the way through. We're gonna finish it over the next few days. Over the next week. The next few days are a weekend, and it's gonna be a busy friggin' weekend, so at some point we'll finish it. Don't worry, I will. It's time to spin the wheel and see which of the 9 fiction books that I bought I get to read first. I'm very excited for all of these, so I'm more excited about some than others. I will say that. There's some of these I'm like so hype about, and I'm ecstatic, and I cannot wait to read them. The hype is insane in my head. And then some of these I'm like, it looked interesting. The library didn't have it. Sure, we'll buy it. Let's see what happens. Like, I don't feel as strongly about some of these, but regardless, they were all interesting looking enough for me to buy them. A couple of them are a little out of my comfort zone. A couple of them are very, very in my comfort zone. We have a good variety of books here. So without further ado, because I am doing so much ado, I want to like put it in the, there we go. Let's spin the wheel. I don't like this. This is so suspenseful. What did we get? What did we get? I can't actually see it on the camera, so I have to. Okay. So our first book is The Disaster Gay Detective Agency, which I'm so excited for. So this is one of the books that I feel so confident that I am going to absolutely love. The Disaster Gay Detective Agency by Lev A.C. Rosen is one of the books on here that I am the most excited about. So what a way to start. It's a young adult mystery novel, and I'm hyped because it's the same author who wrote the Evander Mills mysteries, They're up here. I'm obsessed with them. Literally one of my all-time favorite series ever. I've not read any of his other books. He's written quite a wide variety of different things. Those are the only thing I've read from him because they are just the most perfect up my alley, like queer historical mysteries. They're brilliant. They're excellent. I need a fifth book. When is the announcement for a fifth book coming? If the announcement comes that we're not getting a fifth book, it will be my villain origin story. Everybody just prepare for that. I need book 5 like now because you cannot end book 4 like that and just expect me to be fine because I'm not fine. Anyway, so excited for this. This book is not historical fiction like that series, so that's gonna be, you know, obviously those are set in the 50s, so way more fun to me. But this is set in the modern day, but I'm sure it'll still be fun. Also, this is a YA book, whereas those books are for adults. So, you know, another difference, but it's still a queer mystery by that author. So I'm so excited to read it. It is a new release. This book came out in, I believe, June of this year. So, you know, a pretty young new book. I've not really heard anything about it yet, which is great. I would love to go in knowing absolutely nothing. I fully agree with you. I don't even know if I read the back of this. I feel like I read the back of it, but that was so long ago. That was back when well before it came out. So I'm going to read the back of this book so that I remember what this was about, because I fully be real with you, I don't remember what this was about because that was a while ago that I put it in my spreadsheet of upcoming releases that I wanted. So yes, I have a spreadsheet for that. I have a spreadsheet for everything. Fun fact, I have probably about a dozen book related spreadsheets and a million spreadsheets for everything else. Everything I do think want is logged in a spreadsheet somewhere. So yeah. Anyway. So, meet the Disaster Gays. They're messy, they're queer, and they're about to solve a murder or die trying. Ollie is a stoner who doesn't know what to do with his life. Nicole has no life outside work. Ian is obsessed with their ex. And Brandon is a hopeless romantic who falls for every guy who smiles at him. Which means that when a handsome stranger named John checks in at Brandon's hotel job and invites Brandon to his room, he thinks it's true love and not just a hookup. John promises to text but checks out early instead, leaving behind a bag and his cell phone. Thinking that this must finally be his Cinderella story, Brandon takes the phone and sets out to find him, and promptly witnesses a murder, with John fleeing the scene. Then there's the break-in and the tattooed man following Brandon and his friends around, and they soon realize it's on them to solve the murder and uncover John's true identity before a target falls on their own backs. Okay, so it looks super fun. I can't wait. I'm just so excited. This is going to be a delight. I'm thrilled for this. I think it's a young adult book. Actually, I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a YA. I don't know why I thought it was. Hold on. Is this? Wait, I actually don't know now. Hold on. I don't know where I would find that anywhere, though. For some reason, when I put it in my spreadsheet, I listed it as YA. But maybe I did that wrong. It doesn't say it is. I wish it would tell me how old the characters are, because this isn't giving YA energy, actually, now that I'm... Because I know he does write YA books as well as adult. I know he's written, like, for books for middle grade, YA, and adult. So that's not really telling me anything. Wait, hold on. I have my laptop here. We're BRB. We're gonna do some quick Googling. And by Googling, I mean we're gonna find this book's Goodreads page and see what's going on here. Okay, yeah, so I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. It's not a YA. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know where that entered. I don't know where that entered my brain, but no, it's not a young adult book. Actually, nothing in here is a young adult book, as far as I know, unless I'm wrong about that too, and there is one somewhere. As far as no, so it's not. This is a book for adults. I'm wrong. I was wrong. Regardless, I'm still super hyped for it. Actually, I think I'm slightly more hyped now. Actually, I think I'm more excited now that I know it's not a YA. Which, not that I dislike YA books. I'm not in the mood for one right now. So, yeah. But I'm so excited because I love the Evander Mills mysteries. 3 out of 4 of those were 5-star reads for me. So, This is one of the books I have the highest 5-star hopes for. I don't know that I will rate it 5 stars. I don't know that it's going to reach those levels because I feel like a big part of why I love those so much is the historical aspect, which isn't something this book's going to have, but that's not saying it's not going to have other things that I'm going to end up loving. So I know this author can write a 5-star book. He's written 3 for me. I love The Bell in the Fog, Rough Pages, and Mirage City are all 5-star reads. Lavender House is a 4-star read. I do also love it, but I do feel like the sequels elevate what the first book gives us to work with beyond that point. So yeah, I'm excited for this, but first I need to finish The Spy and the Traitor. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this, and then when I do that, I'll be able to start my next book. And I think I'll wait till I finish that book to spin for my next one so that I'm not thinking about my next book while I'm in my current one. When my current one is one I want to be like fully immersed in, whereas this is, you know, a little harder to like immerse oneself in. Not that it's not immersive. It is. It's great. It's history. History is fun to learn about, and I'm really enjoying this, the story about this guy. But, you know, it's a little easier to distract myself from, and a little easier to rush myself through because it just is. I don't know. Nonfiction just works different, okay? Nonfiction and fiction are 2 different pieces of my brain. And I operate differently reading them. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I will check back in when I have something else to say. Okay, little update because I am about halfway through The Disaster Gay Detective Agency, and this book has gay spies. I repeat, this book has gay spies. So I'm liking the book so far. It's fun. I'm enjoying the fun mystery. It switches back and forth between 4 characters' points of view, which is less hard to follow than I was worried it was going to be, so that's a relief. But every once in a while we'll get like this interlude that's not any of them, and it's this gay spy, and I'm way more invested in whatever he's doing. But we have to solve the mystery, I think, to figure out who that is and what his deal is. So I'm not clear if that's the guy from the beginning or if that's somebody else. I don't know, but we're gonna find out, and I'm so excited. There's gay spies. I just wish the whole book was about that. Like, that's kind of where I'm at, because every time we get there, I'm like, I just want the spy plot. I don't, like, yes, murder mystery, some guy's head exploded, that's kind of a big deal, but like, also, I'm sure that's related. I know that's obviously clearly related, but like, I just want to know about the spies. They're spies. Okay, that's it. Sorry, update. I'll check back in when I finish the book, hopefully today. I'm hopefully going to finish it today. I'm about halfway through. Okay, bye. Okay, so I finished The Disaster Gay Detective Agency, and I loved it. So good. 4 stars. One of my absolute favorite books I've read so far this year. This was just a delight. It was so fun. I love a book that's just fun. Like, it's just fun. Almost every single character in the book is queer, and everyone is awful. Everybody sucks here. It's so great. The mystery was fun, though I did predict it. I don't know if that was just me being super on top of things or if it was kind of a little bit predictable. I honestly couldn't really tell, but I had that. I loved the spy elements of this book. That was everything to me. My biggest issue is that the spy elements weren't the whole book. Like, the whole book wasn't just that. Like, if the whole book was just the spy thing, it would have been an easy 5 stars. I would have blown my absolute mind, but that wasn't the main focus. But like, it was very present, and it got more present as we get to the end, and I loved it. It was really fun though to see, like, as much as I would have loved a story from the point of view of the spy character, I really did enjoy the idea of like a spy novel from the points of view of people who are not involved with the spy shit and don't know what's happening. Like, that is really fun as a concept. The spy character is my absolute favorite character in this book. I love him so much. He's terrible and horrible, and I love him. He's so funny to me because he's awful. Like, he's objectively kind of awful. Not kind of, like, he is. I love him so much. Okay, this will make sense to no one but me, but I firmly believe that he is like exactly what Agent Kurt Mega from Spies Are Forever would be like in the modern day. Like 100%. That is exactly him. I love him for that. Excellent book. Also, a fun thing that got me really excited, Operation Mincemeat was mentioned in this book, and if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with the musical Operation Mincemeat. I flipped my absolute shit when that was mentioned. Because I'm normal. I'm so normal about it that it has an entire section of my bookshelf up there. But yeah, we love this book. I love all the spy stuff. Gay spies. This book had gay spies. I repeat, this book had gay spies. That is such a hard thing for me to come by. So when I encounter gay spies in a piece of fiction, I do go a little bit feral because it's so rare that it happens, and I do seek it out. I look for it. I have some gay spy books in the rest of this TBR. I have a couple in here, so I'm really excited about those. I really hope that whatever I get next ends up being another spy novel, because this really wasn't a spy novel. It wasn't supposed to. It was just mystery. I didn't know there were going to be spies at all, and now I just want more spies. Even though most of things that I read involve spies, we always end up here, whether on purpose or by accident. We truly do always end up with spy shit. But yeah, so not a 5-star read, but definitely such a great book. So much fun. I really liked it. I really like how they took, like, this is kind of a spoiler, but I mean, this is a spoiler, actually. So this is a bit of a spoiler, but I love how they took the trope of, like, you know how in, like, a lot of spy fiction, it'll be, like, your James Bond type hero, and it's just, he'll hook up with, like, various women and whatever, and just kind of, they're so irrelevant to the story, but, like, it's just kind of show how, like, cool he is or whatever. And it's like, this book took that idea and just kind of, like, flipped it upside down, although obviously the spy in question is gay, so hooking up with men instead of women, but it's like from the point of view of, like, just a man that was just literally nothing but a hookup to this agent, and the man is like, this random hookup becomes now this spy's new biggest problem because he is stalking this guy who he slept with and then goes to him. And I think that's so fun. Like like, that's so funny. I love that. That's really inspired. I want more of that, but I do wish we could have had more of this book from the point of view of the spy, because he's my favorite character and I love him and I want a book about him. Like, if this does become a series, because I feel like it sets this, I feel like the way the story ends totally, like, opens the door for more books. I would love to read more books, but, like, I want more books of the spy shit. I don't really care about the main characters nearly as much. I like them. They're fine. Actually, I don't even know if I like them. They're fine. I don't dislike them. They're fine. I'm way more invested in the characters that probably wouldn't come back, so yeah, I love it. There was definitely some toxic relationships going on in here as well, and that was always really fun for me. Some messy breakups, some revenge, yeah, a lot of good stuff that I always enjoy. But yeah, so I liked it. I would love for this to become a series, because I would totally read more of this. But yeah. I have no idea what this is. I can't actually read it. The Songbird. Okay. That's exciting, because guess what? It's a spy novel. Thank goodness, because I really need a spy novel right now. I mean, in all fairness, most of the books in my stack are spy novels. Like, I had a more than 50% chance of getting a book about spies. So, you know, the odds were exactly where I needed them to be. So, all I remember about this is it is a queer spy novel set during World War II. So yay, gay spies. Yay, historical, because I'd like some historical now. I've missed my historical. I read one contemporary book and now I'm like, I put me back in the past. I'm ridiculous. Okay. In the glamorous world of 1940s New York, Hattie James is a rising star, enchanting audiences at the iconic Copacabana Club. But her glittering life is shattered by a shocking phone call. Her father, a respected diplomat, has been arrested for espionage, accused of aiding Nazi Germany. As her world crumbles, Hattie is plunged into a whirlwind of danger and deceit. Following her father's dramatic escape and alleged betrayal, Hattie is coerced by the FBI to aid their hunt. Her mission: infiltrate Rio de Janeiro's high society and uncover the truth about her father's loyalties. In the sultry heat of Rio, Hattie poses undercover as a singer at the Halo Club, owned by enigmatic Maya Reyes. Each performance at this vibrant hotspot brings her closer to the dark secrets entangling the city, and every note she sings could lead to her father, or to a trap set by those who wish to silence her. When Maya's sister suddenly goes missing, Hattie unearths a shocking connection between her father and the mysterious SS leader Heinz Baumann. With stakes higher than ever, Hattie finds herself thrust even deeper into a dangerous undercover operation that threatens to put more than just her own life at risk. So that sounds super fun. But yeah, this should be fun. I'm excited for this. All I know is what I just read, and that it's queer, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. I was mistaken about the last book I read being a YA because I thought it was at first for some reason, so who knows, maybe this isn't queer and I just misremembering something. But I'm so excited. There's spies. I need a spy book. I'm in the mood for some spy shit. Okay, I'm gonna start this. This one's a little less long than the other book. Not that it's like long, but it's only 300 pages. And the last one I read was just under 400, so, you know, a little shorter. Hopefully gonna finish this over the next couple days. I'm excited. This will be fun. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so I finished The Songbird, and oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. 5-star read. 5-star read. Actually, I finished it a couple days ago, but I've been super busy and I didn't have the time to sit down and record. But I finished The Songbird. 5-star read. My first of the year. Finally, it's about time. I know. But I absolutely love this book. It is truly just so many things that I love. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the setting. I love this story. It is so good. So many tropes that I just absolutely love. It's great. So, yay! Gay spies during World War II. I read a lot of World War II espionage books with female protagonists. That's like definitely a top 5 subgenre of literature to me. I have a whole couple shelves devoted to that. And this is definitely a favorite. Definitely among my favorites. Oh my goodness. I love, love, love when I can get a book with gay spies. As previously mentioned, very niche trope to try to get. It shouldn't be that hard, and yet quite hard to find some of the time. Anyway, I loved this. Excellent. What a time. What a time! It's so good. I don't even have a ton to say. Oh my goodness. I don't even have a ton to say. I feel relief in my heart that I finally found a 5-star read. I was getting a little nervous that it's August and I still hadn't had one. But yeah, I did. And it was this. And I loved it. I thought this video was going to be a lot longer, where I went through literally everything in my stack and still didn't find a 5-star read, and we would be here recording this for months on end. But apparently not. I did it on my second try. Is this the key to finding a 5-star read? I just start filming and I'm like, this video will end when I get a 5-star read. And then I immediately get one just so the video can end. Because that's great. I love that. Excellent. We should do that more often. Should I just always be doing this? I will see you again soon. Bye.